now streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network live tonight. USA International Speedway, Heartland, Harley-Davidson, Wednesday night street fights brought to you by Dirt Warrior Racing League is live this evening via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Hello, everybody. Phil Lacasse here, along with Too Tall Todd Stanton. Jack Chone on the controls once again this evening here. Another great round of DWR Wednesday night street fights about to take out to the racetrack here. Heat races are going to be on the docket. 60-lap main event. So before we get racing tonight, let's still visiting trackside. Let's pay honor to this great nation, the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the playing of our national anthem. All right, back here live inside the USA International Speedway in Lakeland, Florida this evening. Full Velocity Racing Network coverage brought to you by Heartland Harley-Davidson tonight as we get ready to click on over into heat racing action here from Lakeland, Florida. Dwrl Wednesday Night Street Fights presented by Heartland Harley-Davidson. I'm not sure if I have my partner in crime. And Todd, are you with us? Yes, or you still working your way on in? I believe Todd's still making his way into the speedway. So he had some mechanical issues with the vehicle getting home this evening, so he's been a little bit behind the eight ball. Thank Jack for stepping up. Let's take it through our starting lineup for heat race number 1 on the pole. Aboard car number 010 is Casey Brunson alongside. In the number 319 is David Brewer. Row number 2, the number 09, Bulletproof Motorsports Machine, that is Josh Ely. And alongside, aboard car number 11, that is Trey Jones. Row number 3, aboard car number 6 is Ryan Bronson. The 111 alongside, that is Kyle Moyer. Row number 4, the inside, the Bulletproof Motorsports, car number 18 rolling off next, that is Kyle Surratt. Next door to him aboard car number 8, starting position 8, that'll be Austin Miners. And rolling shotgun on the field this evening aboard car number 1 will be Alex Brewer. So the call out there for 9 drivers. I believe we have all 9, and heat racing action going to be 8 laps as they normally are here on a Wednesday night. Glad to have you all aboard. YouTube and Twitch TV are live. I think I may be having some issues with the Facebook stream here, so we're going to work on that while we can. A lot going on here behind the scenes here as we click to some buttons. I think we're about ready to go here, so still working a little bit behind the scenes here, trying to get our Facebook feed out there to everybody. Whatever reason did not click to us live, so but I'll work on that as Todd scurries his way in. Jack's going to give you some cameras here as it looks like we're going to go one to go next time around, so I'm going to see if I can't do some scramble here really quickly.
I'm working on that right now, Phil.
All right, Todd's going to hook us up there with the Facebook feed, so I'm not going to stress on that. Let him deal with that and call the action of what's going on as the field off turn number 4. iRacing.com, Chevrolet Silverado paint truck is in. Our very first iRacing guy flag, green flag of the nights up in the air. Casey Brunson going to lead David Brewer down into turns number 1 and 2 as we work off the corner. Casey getting a really good launch off the corner. Great pill draw tonight for the 010 as he starts this event from the pole. But here comes Josh Ely in the number 09 down to the inside as we work off into turn number 3 and 4. We're going to race it out for the lead there. Brunson versus Ely. Looks like Josh going to motor on by the inside. So put Josh Ely now up to the first spot. He leads here past lap number 1. Casey Brunson now back to second. Ryan Bronson, the number 6 car. Ryan's already up to third. Kyle Surratt up to the 4th spot. They drop kick David Brewer back to 5th as we race it back here side by side. A lot of pink cars in the field I see out there tonight. Some pink numerals, some pink logos out there. It's pink month. It is the month of October. Full Velocity going to join that pink brigade here in the next 2 days as well honor all month long here. Breast Cancer Awareness Month with Full Velocity Racing Network. And off of turn number 2 this time, Josh Ely going to lead the field off the corner. 2 car legs there. Back to Casey Brunson sitting in 3rd. You find Ryan Bronson. Good to see the 6 back with us. David Brewer, Kyle Surratt. That's from the really good racing action. That's going on for the 4th spot. Surratt down low. You got Dab up high. David Brewer's number 319. Looks like off the corner. Give the advantage to Surratt and that white and pink number 18, so put him up to 4th, but it is all Josh Ely up front as this time by. We get cross flags on the field, 4 laps in, 4 laps remaining. The driver of car number 09, Joshua Ely, the Bulletproof Motorsports Sable, probably one of the more dominant teams, if not the most dominant team out here in the street stock community of iRacing. There we go, cross flags going down this time by up turn number 4, so we're officially 4 in. 4 laps remaining around the speedways. We're all single file for the first 3 or 4. Big loose and check up there. 3 wide behind where David Brewer got loose. Kyle Surratt's back there. Austin Miners. He's going to jump it in there. 3 wide there for a brief second. Austin Miners picking up some spots as David Brewer. Looks like he's going to fall back to the field a little bit as that's racing going on for about well, fourth, fifth on back here off the quarter as Miners has chased down the back of the 18 of Kyle Surratt. So this may be a battle for the horse spot. It certainly is this time off of turn number 2. Ryan Bronson holding on for the third spot, but he's got a couple of really fast competitors behind. With Surratt there and Austin Miners also side by side behind them. We see David Brewer back there racing along with Alex Brewer. Kyle Moyer back there, the 111 as well as they start to motor around here, running down on laps in heat race number 1. We're 2 to go this time by off turn number 2. And we got a race for the lead as Brunson has come back to the low side of Josh Ely. Brunson and Ely see who can battle this one out to pick up the win in heat race number 1 and maybe set the stage here for our 60-lap feature event that'll follow heat racing action tonight off the quarter. White flag will go up in the air. One more trip around for the 09 as they'll lead by a car length and maybe 2 car lengths down here to turn number 1. Josh running more of the middle lane. Casey going to try a little bonsai run down low off at 2. Not going to work there this far. Looks like that's going to be the drag race for the win down the back straightaway. Race for third between Surratt and Brunson goes to Kyle Surratt. Austin Miners creeping his way to the top 5. But off turn number 4, checkered flag going to go in the air. Give the win to Josh Ely by a nose over Casey Brunson at the line. Give Kyle Surratt third, Brian Brunson fourth, Austin Miners in for fifth with Alex Brewer, Kyle Moyer, David Brewer, and Trey Jones making up our 9-car field for heat race number 1. And I'm going to hope now I'm going to throw this thing over to my broadcast partner and colleague. If he's not ready, he can at least say hi and greet our audience. Todd, how the heck are you, bud? No, it's been kind of a trying evening for you, but glad you're out here aboard with us this evening.
Yeah, definitely starting to work my way into the server, trying to get things accustomed to. Can't talk very much, still loading in, Phil, but hopefully we'll be ready, locked and loaded here in just a few minutes.
All right, well, I appreciate you've been working here behind the scenes as well, because for whatever reason, our Facebook Live feed didn't go live as it was supposed to, so we apologize for that. As beauty of modern technology coming back to bite us in the butt here this evening is sometimes all things don't go absolutely perfect, and we certainly do try. Sometimes,
it'd be an awful boring world, Phil, if we were perfect all the time. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Well, I think the expectation, Todd, is having done it as long as we've done it now, I think it's kind of an expectation of, I think, the 2 of us more than anybody else, definitely the 3 of us here to put a perfect product out every night. I hope our audience, I know a lot of us hold us that pretty high standard as well, but as you load in, I'll take you through the lineup here for heat race number 2 on the pole aboard car number 16. That is Dwrl Racing driver David Blackburn, and alongside teammate aboard car number 21, the evil one Jim Revis starts off on the outside pole. Row number 2, the inside, finds the Carolina Outlaw aboard car number 61. That is Josh Peacock, and alongside the number 097, welcome back to the network, Mitchell Enos aboard the 097 on the outside of row 2. Row 3, we find the 073 of Steve Robbins, and next door to Steve, in car number 13, that is Caleb Ramsey. Final row, we find the number 631 car of Alex Cummings. Shotgun on this field aboard car number 12, the Voodoo Child. Eric Eichstadt going to start off in 8th tonight, heat race number 2. And it was just a few days ago, Todd, we think back to it. It was Electric Eric that celebrated down in Victory Lane. He shook the Electric Eric nickname. We can now officially call Eric the Voodoo Child. Always love hearing Jack's opinion, but off turn number 4, I race the guy flag, green flag going up in the air, and David Blackburn going to lead the field here for the first time off of turn number 1 and 2. Jim Revis going to drive it in pretty deep off of 2 there on the outside. That white, pink, and red number 21. Looks like he'll have lane there in the middle lane, but David Blackburn will sneak out to the race lead. Revis will fall in a second, but here comes that black and blue number 61, Josh Peacock. He's going to peek down to the low side, racing along for the second spot off turn 4. Single file in the top 3. Blackbird continuing to lead there. That little 3-car breakaway up front. Revis there. Peacock as well. The third spot. The racing is for position 4 on back between Mitch Enos and the 097. Caleb Ramsey in the number 13. Eric Eichstadt's number 12 car is already stuck up into the top 6, and that thing is rolling. They're back there 3 and almost 4 wide off of turn number 4, racing for that 4th spot. Let's go back there pick that up as the top three is all quiet. And Michelino's trying to hold on, but looks like Caleb Ramsey's around him. Eric Eichstadt going to join the number 12, so put Caleb up to 4th. Eric back to 5th. Michelino's going to drop back to the 6th spot with Steve Robbins and Alex Cummings. Alex was last week's winner Wednesday Night Street Fight, so he doesn't have much to race for in this heat race, as he is going to start our feature event, as they always do here. Last week's winner starts to the rear of the field in Wednesday Night Street Fight, so you can expect to see Alex Cummings charging to the rear of the field tonight. But as we look up here, we have a lead change. Jim Revis up to the front now. He makes his way around teammate David Blackberg, the Team Dirt Warrior Racing stable. 21 now up to the lead, 16 car back to second. David going to drop back to the low side off the exit of turn number 4 this time. We're going to drag race it up for the race lead as we come to the cross flags. 4 in, 4 to go.
Now I can give you a breather. Finally locked and loaded. Everything all set up on my end. Watching David Blackberg down to the bottom side of Jim Revis, right there in tow to the number 61 of Josh Peacock. He looks high, looks low. He doesn't know which car he's going to go with. Now up there with Jim Revis on the top shelf of the Speedway. But David Blackberg side by side for the race lead with Jim Revis.
Revis and Blackberg for the race lead this time off turn number 4. This is a pretty dang good race here. Revis on the outside, Blackberg down low. Pair of teammates obviously going to cut each other a break down there in turn number 1, you were thinking. Now look at that number 61, that plain black car tonight. Josh Peacock going to try to motor around the outside. It looks like Revis may beat Blackberg off the corner. If he does not, you got Peacock. He's going to look at the outside three-way race for the race lead off turn 4.
A good race for the race lead. David Blackberg really working over the bottom, catfishing it down there. And the number 16 machine as they come off with turn number 4 to hit that start-finish line. Jim Revis going to lead that time by there in that number 21 machine. But Blackberg not going away here without a fight. Still catfishing on the bottom. Looks like Revis, though, able to keep that throttle longer on the outside. More forward bite. But down the back straightaway, they're still side by side. Peacock just waiting for one of these guys to make a mistake.
I don't know if he's got room to make it in there 3 wide, or if he's just kind of biding his time back there. His white flag going to come out on the field this time. One more trip around this 3/4 mile, very flat U.S. International Speedway. This thing is awesome to watch these guys race on. Blackberg goes back to the lead. Here comes Jim Revis back to the low side. They did a little cross up there. Peacock's got no room. We're going to drag race off at a 3. Blackberg versus Revis. Who's going to take down the win this time? Todd off a 4.
Yeah, off of turn number 4, drag race. It's going to be Jim Revis and David Blackberg. Looks like somebody around there in a knot. Drag race down to the start finish line. Give it to Blackberg just by a little bit. 0.016. Blackberg takes over and takes the heat win here over Jim Revis. Josh Peacock, Eric Eichstadt, Steve Robbins, Alex Cummings, Caleb Ramsey, and Mitch Enos.
All right, there's your 8-car field, so that means heat racing action is done, and that only means there's one more place left to go, and that is the feature racing action. Before we get there, I want to say hello to all you out there. I believe Facebook Live all set now, YouTube and Twitch TV going on as well. Great to have you aboard this evening here live on Full Velocity. Got to thank our great sponsors, of course. Got to thank Heartland Harley-Davidson for stepping aboard and being the title sponsor for this Wednesday Night Street Fight Series, season number 7. Always great to have great people aboard. Also got to thank the folks over at Hanover Record Service and iRacing, iFlag, Voiles Trucking, CCM Custom Designs and Engraving, BladeNo.com, South Texas Speedway, Montstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Eichstadt Wraps, and Full Throttle to Gent over on YouTube as we prepare for 60 laps around the U.S. International Speedway. Todd, let's take a look at our Voiles Trucking starting lineup.
And now your Voiles Trucking starting lineup here at the USA Speedway. Starting out the pole, driving the 09 machine, that will be Joshua Ely. That's the part of the outside, driving the number 16 machine. That is David Blackberg.
Rolling off from row number 2 on the inside tonight, aboard car number 010. That is Casey Brunson. And alongside aboard car number 21, the evil one, and it's Jim Revis.
Inside row number 3 in the 5th starting position, driving the number 18 machine. That is a Bulletproof Motorsports car. That is Kyle Surratt, and his dad's brother outside driving the number 61. That is Josh Peacock.
Row number 4 on the inside car, we find a driver of car number 6. That is Ryan Bronson, and alongside in the BladeNo.com, Eichstadt Wraps, car number 12, the Voodoo Child, Eric Eichstadt.
Starting in the 9th starting position, driving the number 8 machine, that is Austin Miners, and then outside of him is the 073, that's Steve Robbins.
Alex Brewer rolls off 11th tonight. He is in car number 1 with Alex Cummings scheduled to go alongside the number 631, but he will start from the rear.
Starting 13th will be the triple one. That is Kyle Moyer, and outside him will be the number 13 of Caleb Ramsey.
David Brewer going to bring the number 319 out for position number 15, flanked by Mitchell Enos in the 097, and shotgun on the field aboard car number 11 will be Trey Jones. So the field is stacked and repacked, as Todd would say, locked, loaded, whatever you want to throw out there. We are ready to prepare 60 laps around the USA International Speedway. I cannot wait, Todd. I've been excited for this one all day. It is time to go racing.
Getting ready, getting locked and loaded here, the iRacing.com. Chevy Silverado pace truck getting ready to pull off the field here and go send us on our way for 60 big laps here around the USA International Speedway. Should be a fantastic race. iRacing flag, green flags in the air. We're racing down the front straight away with the 09 leading the charge of Joshua Ely. The 16 of David Blackburn right there follows in soon. Look at Casey Brunson down to the bottom side there in the 010 machine, side by side for second.
Side by side for second off turn number 2. Brunson to the low side of David Blackburn as they sprint down the backstretch into turn number 3 for the first time. Josh Ely going to lead, but there is anything but settled for 2 on back. We stay side by side, 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Looks like a high-speed pace lap there. 5 rows on back off of 4.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic race going on throughout the field here. Just watching these guys slinging it in pretty deep down here in the corner number 1 and off of 2. Watching their entrance into the 1 there, Phil. Looks like they're completely sideways. It's rather interesting to watch their pitch into the corner.
Oh, it sure is, and so far it looks pretty good for the Ely machine out front. Brunson going to sneak out there, give Casey Brunson to David Blackburn will fall to the 3rd spot. The race is on for position number 4 now between Jim Revis there, Kyle Surratt, and you got Ryan Brunson, Josh Peacock. They're on the outside looking in a good 4-car battle for the 4th spot off of 4.
A good 4-car battle, like you said. Kyle Surratt right now in a good battle with the 21 of Jim Revis. Ryan Bronson right there into the fray. Nice new looking Speedway car that I'm seeing out there, Phil. I always comment about the Speedway car. And Ryan Bronson, a little bit of contact there with Jim Revis. Gets him up and out of the line. Here comes Austin Miners to the outside.
Now that Team Elite number 8 is definitely on the roll indeed. Austin Miner is looking to make things happen. He'll drive up to the middle if he has to. Austin's a guy who always makes the action happen when that 8 car is out there. Austin Miner trying to race his way up to the top 5. It is still Josh Ely out front. Casey Brunson in there. In the 2nd spot, David Blackburn, Kyle Surratt, Jim Revis, your current top 5.
Yellow.
Yellow flag on the speedway. Yellow, yellow, yellow. This is we complete lap number 4, our first Hanover Record Service caution flag of the evening.
It looks like maybe David Brewer. Yeah, David Brewer involved in this one, and it's coming down through the corner here. Oh man, there was more than that. There's a 073 around too of Steve Robbins. So it started with Robbins in the 073. And well, I even started with the number 8. We're going to go all the way to the number 8 machine there of Austin Miner. So the 8 there gets a little bit of contact, a little bit of help from the number 12 of Eric Eichstad. Whether it was the 8 checking up just a little bit too much in front of Eric, or Eric just barely tapping him there. It was contact, never to say the least. The number 8 goes around. The 073 gets collected in that, and David Brewer tries to keep it off of him, and he does try there, and just spins it around.
Looks like it. Looks like Peacock also was a piece of that one, number 61 as well. So a couple of guys going to go to the back of the field. We know David Brewer was kind of a part of that initial contact, so he'll go to the rear of the field for sure. You got guys like Austin Miners that go to the back. Guys like Alex Cummings who started back there. So some good cars in the back, but looks like as we get the lights out, I believe, nope, going to be still on. We'll see if they go off this time off of turn number 4. See if we can get this one back under green flag racing. I want to say welcome all you aboard here. Just hearing us for the first time here via Facebook Live this evening. Apologize that we did miss some of the heat racing action out there on Facebook. For whatever reason, the original link we put out there did not fire as originally planned. So we had to scramble behind the scenes. Thanks to Todd to get that thing out there for us. So we got a feature event out there live. We've been live on YouTube all night long, as well as Twitch TV. But Facebook Live is where the big audience comes from here on a Wednesday night. We want to make sure we have all that out to you, as it looks like lights are extinguished around this 3/4 mile action track inside Lakeland, Florida. Josh Ely, Casey Brunson, David Blackburn, Kyle Surratt. Todd, that's going to be your first 2 rows as we are all doubled up. We are ready to unleash some fury. We're 7 laps on the board. All right, I raced the guy flag, green flag back in the air. I don't know if I lost my partner there for a second or what the heck may have happened, but hey, we'll join us when you actually can. Off of turn number 2, we're going to race it out for the race lead here. A battle of the black cars. Ely versus now Casey Brunson to the top lane in the number 010. We stay side by side, door to door. Off into turn number 3, you got David Blackburn. He's that second car down low. He's going to try to take a peek over the number 10 of Casey Brunson, put Blackburn up to second, but Josh Ely, as he's done the majority of the night, he leads this field of hungry cars over in turn 1.
No, just over here, just finishing up some things. Kids going to bed, had to make sure give them a good night hug. So letting them go to bed. That's what I was doing, Phil. Obviously, in between these 9 o'clock hours. Sometimes that happens. Usually they're to bed way before now. But a lot of things happening here tonight. So the number 09 machine of Joshua Ely, right now your current race leader, David Blackburn, running in that second spot. Third is still Casey Brunson. You got Jim Revis running in that fourth spot. The number 18 of Kyle Surratt looking to the bottom there. On the number 21 as he blinks out just a tad bit, does Jim Revis. Not sure what's going on with Jim Revis. The alien's trying to abduct him there. So they really want that number 21 here tonight.
They do, and I don't know if that's a good idea because I'm not a guy I want to be locked in. I don't care a UFO. I don't care what kind of magical superpowers they have. I don't want Jim Revis angry at me if I'm in a trailer together with him. I think they're going to think better of taking that number 21 car away as he rides to the 5th spot. Kyle Surratt up the 4th, and look at now, we got that change to the 2nd spot. You got David Blackburg's number 16. That's part of the Team Dirt Warrior Racing stables there, Todd. And that number 16, he is really sporty tonight. He is all the back bumper of the 09 of Ely off of 4.
Yeah, definitely all over the rear bumper. A lot of nice looking cars, a lot of nice paint schemes as you hinted on before. The pink paint schemes, pink and white, you got pink and black, you got all kinds of different color combinations with pink. It's fantastic looking out there. It looks like a sea of pink here tonight. That's beautiful.
Really is. They're going to love seeing a lot of these pink race cars over the month of October. We're going to join the fray as well. We're just going to get our logo trimmed down there in the pink slate. Got to thank our buddy Tubbs, Charlie Miller Media Designs for putting that one together for us. So we'll get that logo out there and be pink all the entire month of October with everybody out there. But I guess missed that one by about a couple hours, I guess. But we come off turn number 2. Ely continuing to lead. Blackburn, Brunson, your top 3 as they attempt to break away from this train going on back here for the 4th spot where we find the likes of Jim Revis, him and Kyle Surratt. That's a pretty dang good race there, but don't count Alex Brewer out. The number 1 is kind of stuck his way into the fray.
Yeah, definitely starting to get dusty here. USA is only on lap number 14 to 60. It's just going to get worse from here on out. But yeah, Alex Brewer right there running right on the heels of the 21 and the 18 of Kyle Surratt. So do not count out Alex Brewer. He's lightning fast just about every track that we go to now. As these guys really fighting here for the 4th spot. Good battle going on from 1st through 3rd too. Those guys looking at each other, trying to get around, trying to figure out what the best line is. And you see Casey Brunson diving down to the bottom too. But look at Jim Revis also diving down to the bottom at the same time, trying to get around Kyle Surratt.
Yeah, he really is. Jim making a big dive down there off turn number 2 as we race along for the 4th spot. 21 versus 18 as we head off into turn number 3 and 4. Jim going to drive that car really deep into 3. See if he can't slide it up the hill. Looks like Kyle will fight back. And the question I've got, Todd, we've always seen about this USA Speedway, it takes a long time for these drivers to get around. Over, close to 28 seconds a lap for these fast cars. You got to think about over the course of 60 laps how this track is going to change and how is that going to affect the handling of these race cars as the surface starts to just kind of get muddied up there as the dust starts flying. You're going to expect the grip of these race cars is probably going to start to go away at some point.
You're definitely not seeing them run exactly where they were at the time before. As you're watching Ely come down the front straightaway, watch his line down into the corner. Not quite as low as it normally is. He's about middle to 3/4 of the way up the track. The 16 are down a little bit lower, but they're not extremely low down next to the grass. That's a product of the track starting to slicking off already, and how those guys are slinging it into the corner there, Phil.
And I think that slick track is going to play into guys like, say, Brunson's hands. I think Josh Peacock's a guy really good on these slick tracks as well. We've seen Alex Brewer muscle his way around. Don't count out Jim Revis at 21. Kyle Surratt's pretty good as well, the number 18, as this track gets a little bit slickery. But so far, Josh Ely, he has been the guy to beat so far. Him and David Blackburn, they're trying to race themselves away there in the top 2. Casey Brunson's kind of lost a little bit of touch with them. Here comes Kyle Surratt to the low side. Put the 18 car up to what looks like the 3rd spot this time off of 4.
Kyle Surratt trying to get up to that third spot. Casey Brunson's not going to give it up very easily as he's coming down here to turn to number 1, and he really slings it down in there. He's going to pull a slider here as he gets up in front of Brunson, almost chopping off the nose there of his teammate. But those guys know each other better than anybody else on the track right now. Brunson firing back down to the inside, down into turn number 3. Off turn number 4, we got a battle for the race lead heating up now. Joshua Ely has it. The 16 of David Blackburn wants it. He's been going to the bottom a couple different times. It looks like he has a car there, Phil. Last time by, just a tick faster than that 09 machine.
Yeah, and it looks like the 16 may be starting to try to run that little slider line. He drifts up high, you know, to the edges of the corner, tying it through the middle. Then he kind of slings it down to the low side, trying to pull that slider line, if you will. It looks like it's working for him off corner exit. The problem is he's losing about 2 car lengths to the 09 through the edges of the corner. I'm not sure that slider line, it's going to be quick here later, I got to assume, but maybe not quite the most perfect thing to use right now.
Yeah, I'm not thinking that's going to happen as of now. I just the whole slider line. If you want to use it up early, I mean, you don't want to show all your cards. And now David Blackburn goes down to the inside, not pulling the slider line though, Phil. He's working over the bottom, trying to get that bottom to work for him. There, you really have to be off the gas down on the bottom to make things work. And David Blackburn has been able to do that so far.
Yeah, he certainly has, doing a good job aboard car number 16, but Josh Ely able to hold him off for the time being. And as they race amongst themselves that lead, we're 3 wide back here for 4th off the corner. Jim Revis locked in a sandwich with Casey Brunson down low, and is that Kyle Surratt back there? No, that's the 1 car of Alex Brewer. He's up in the outside lane. They're going to be 3 wide still off of turn number 4 for the 4th spot.
That's a good battle there, extremely good battle there between Jim Revis, Alex Brewer, and the 010 of Casey Brunson. Brunson really dives it down in deep once again, trying to get around both those guys as now they go back to 3 wide. Brunson the meet in between the sandwich, Alex Brewer. These guys just keep switching it all around. Brunson now through the middle trying to make stuff happen. Alex Brewer down to the bottom. The 111 and the 6 also into that, Phil.
They really are. That was Alex Brewer who made that big move from the outside lane to the bottom, and it kind of broke up that 3 wide tandem racing for the time being. As we're going to race it back up for the race lead. Great battle going on here, but let's not miss a lead change if it happens. Off turn number 2, Blackburn is pulled alongside Josh Ely. He may have position on him this time over in 3.
Yeah, just watching that, trying to catch up with different things, Phil. I completely ignored what you said. That was any different from any other night. I completely ignored. I was being talked to in the background here, so I had to make an answer real quick. And ignoring Phil was, I guess, top priority there.
I will guarantee that Miss Jess is a whole lot better looking than I am. I will guarantee it. Know this firsthand. It's
no,
not
well,
the first
definitely,
time.
yeah, it definitely won't be the first time. Definitely won't be the last time. I know Phil does it to me too. So, yeah.
I hang on every word you say, so that's horse crap right there.
Yeah. Now I better get my shit. I better get my freaking waders. Oh boy, will I get my waders?
Whatever you say, but this race to the lead becoming now what was a 2-car race may become a 3-car race now as Ely continuing to hold on. Blackburn continues to apply the pressure. Kyle Surratt was there for the brief second as a 3-car race now. Bring them all back together because it's Jim Revis with 21. He's going to try to take his peak underneath the other 18 over in turn 3.
Yeah, we'll let Phil knock the drool off his chin there. The number 21 going down to the bottom side. The number 18 up to the top side. Kyle Surratt up there on the top shelf of the speedway. But the 21 of Jim Rivers keeps firing back. Here comes the 010. He's going to try to split the difference and make it up through the middle again. Oh, the door slams there. Alex Brewer, high-low switch to make it 3 wide there. Dancing, tangoing, whatever you want to call it. That's what these guys are doing right now.
It's going from the extreme outside the lane to all the way down low. So we got 1 car that's kind of rim-riding the wall up high. I believe was that Surratt? No, it's not Surratt.
Yeah.
The heck's up there? It is Surratt, number 18. He rubbed the 18 right off the side of the car, rim riding up there the way he did. It's a really good race back there. But talk about the move there the 1 car is making from all the way extremely top down to the extreme bottom. How much is that spooking the cars around him? Spooky being the key word here for October.
Spooky. Woo! Yeah.
You ever get spooked? You never get spooked in a race car by a guy making a move?
No.
We sometimes call that shit in your pants, but
no.
We'll
Why would you get spooked? The time that you get spooked in the race car, the time that you get nervous, you need to retire. The number one is really throwing her in pretty deep, though. But the 6 machine right now got around Alex Brewer. Brewer was pretty much loose all the way through the corner. Now, here comes Brunson. He taps the outside wall, too. He leaves the door wide open there for the number 6 machine of Bronson. But Bronson right now running a pretty decent line there, Phil. Able to get it by the number 1 machine so far.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. Yeah, so
good.
far. 6 car of Bronson doing a hell of a job there. The number 6 at Speedway, machine. That thing is always really cool looking. I don't have any Speedways out toward this way, so cool to see that thing out there as I think about going back out to Central New York here the next couple of days and maybe seeing some more Speedways out there. At least it's up Maravinos on that 6 car. Ryan Bronson doing good as we got more cars kind of running off the wall. Look at these. They're 3 wide about every inch of this corner. They're using every piece of real estate they have. This track is really going to try.
Yeah, these guys are definitely glancing off the wall, too. You see last couple circuits around the Speedway as you watch they're bumping uglies over there.
Oh, my goodness.
The number 10 machine. Oh, more contact. There goes the 6. Oh, you never want to bump uglies that bad, Phil.
No, well, Speedway may have just got bought out by somebody else, and I'm not sure who it may have been. Maybe Blue Ox bought him out. Maybe we'll talk to Todd about that one, but we'll think about it. She's one of those big wigs over there. But let's look at this race for the lead going on between Ely and Blackburg. It's still very much a good one, and Kyle Surratt's number 18 is under that picture as well. They distance themselves back from Jim Revis. 3-car race.
Yellow!
Number 2 as Yellow comes on the Speedway as we pass halfway. Yellow for the second time now on lap number 33.
The yellow flag coming out thanks to my fancy dancy keyboard. Letting me know. I can know pretty quick now, Phil. Can't wait till you can see this. This is amazing. It's pretty cool. But go through. It looks like the number 6, Ryan Bronson. We're going to take a look at Ryan Bronson. I think he's already shown it. I'm going to take a look to see what happened to him. Poor 6. Makes contact there. More contact and just falls to the back. There's a lot of contact, a lot of damage to Ryan Bronson's car there, Phil. I mean, the nose is about knocked off her. The fenders are all bad up. You could see like he was in some type of fight, and it just didn't end well for him.
It's a fight, and that's what we're doing out here on Wednesday night. We don't call it Wednesday night street fights or nothing. It's not Wednesday night sissy fights. It's not, Wednesday night hug fest. It's Wednesday night street fights. It's brought to you by Heartland Harley-Davidson. Got to thank those great folks for coming on board and sponsoring such a great league like the Dirt Warrior Racing League and have a great time coming out here for these, once a week throwdowns, if you will, on a Wednesday night. No points, all for pride, prestige, and the glory of walking out as the evening's champion. You can hold that right for 1 week, and you come back here next week, and you will start for the rear of the field and try to repeat again. And you think back to the history now, Todd. 7 seasons of Wednesday night street fights. A repeat winner is really a rare feat over here. I know E.J. Jones has done it a couple of times, but you can't really think of too many guys who've won here consecutive weeks on street fights.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a while. It really has been a while since anybody's won back-to-back shows. It's been a long, long time. I think EJ did it a couple. I think EJ was the last person to win back-to-back.
I can't confirm that, but I think that's pretty close to right. I know Mr. Peacock went on a run here for a little bit.
Yeah,
I think
Peacock might have
Kyle Surratt went on a run for a couple of weeks as well. So I think there may be some more recent double-up winners if we go back to the history of the series here. And, of course, you can go back and check out all the episodes of Wednesday Night Street Fights. If you go back to the archive of the Full Velocity Racing Network Facebook Live feed, you
There's
can
some good
also
ones
check
there.
us out over on YouTube. Also, some terrific ones. We had a finish show night, Todd, out here in the street stock. Speaking of it, Jack and I had a heat race. .002. I know Dirt Warrior Racing League is the place we always get close finishes, but that's going to be a tough one to beat. Can we get a dead tie here at Street Fights USA? Well, what do you think we find out? Of turn number 4, I Race the Guy flag, green flag returns to the air.
As the green flag returns to the air, the 09 assumes the lead once again there. Joshua Ely, David Blackburn right there. Look at Kyle Surratt. Then Austin Miners in the number 8 machine. really digging her into the bottom too, as these guys try to get every possession they can on a restart, because double file, you kind of want to do that, especially at a bigger track, because these guys single it out. As you can see, there's some working the bottom, some working the middle of the top group, ripping the lip as they would call it there. But the 0-9 Joshua Ely leads the charge again down into turn number 1. 16 of David Blackburn right there. Here comes 18 of Kyle Surratt. Look at Surratt. Man, does he throw that thing in the corner.
He sure does. And speaking of throwing it out there, I got to say hello to our buddy Andy Margot out there watching and sending me that nightly little hello. Thank you, Andy. Great to have you aboard us. All you out there live on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV is we have a 3-car race, 3 wide for the race lead off of 4. Who is going to get fried? Looks like the benefactor there. Josh Ely going to hold on. Well, for how long? Because look at this group, Todd. They have assembled. It is a wad of race cars. I'll try to chase down the 09 for the lead off of 2.
Definitely a wad, and it's close proximity too for all these guys. It's we're going to take a look all the way to the 11th position, 1.6 seconds, and that's rather close as we go 3 wide for the race lead again. Josh Ely, though, able to battle back on the outside and able to keep that lead and defend off the 16 and the number 18 of Kyle Surratt. But Surratt is lurking right there, and I believe he has the fastest car he does last time by. Had the fastest car there last time, so. Oh, the 16 hit the wall.
Yeah, he sure did. I had to catch it up for
yellow.
It's going to bring yellow flag on the speedway. 3rd time tonight. Our Hanover Record Service yellow flag on lap now. Number 40 going up complete on the board. We slow the field back down again. I know Blackburn hit the wall, the number 16. I'm not sure if that gathered him up all the way and set off this, chain little back here, but looks like we have a car around, and we have a yellow back on the speedway here, Todd. Only the 3rd one of the night.
Yeah, that's going to be the number 1 of Alex Brewer getting into the side of Caleb Ramsey. Comes back down the track, hits the wall, inside wall, and gets sideways. Can't control it there. And that was enough to bring out the yellow flag there, because it was more than enough sideways. The flagger got nervous with all the cars heading at him.
Yeah, we slow it back down here as I reset. I was paying attention, Todd. I had my hands off the button, had to get them all the way back over here to the button to get myself back live. And we just recap. Well, all right, Jack, you got me. I was just ignoring him, just trying to be salty out there. It's Wednesday night. It's Wednesday night street fights presented by Heartland Harley Davidson. It's a great night to be great. It's a great night to be elite. That's all I'm going to say about that. I was peeking off to my left. You caught me. You caught me. Taking advantage of it now, because I know we're going to be out here live next Wednesday night, and unfortunately, Todd, you're going to be flying solo with Jack next week, because I am not going to be here for next week's street fights. I'm going to be out I'm going to be gone. It's going to be a good time. Todd's not going to talk me there either. I'll be live on TNT, though. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, you'll be live on TNT. You're not in the nose. Yeah, you better take a full velocity sign.
We can probably make that happen. We'll try to work on that. We'll try to figure something out this week. See if I can't get a good printer out there to maybe do something like that. Hold that thing up as I'll be on the floor. So you should be hopefully get a camera over there. So you have to make sure if you're not watching us next week, you can check out. I guess I'll plug All Elite Wrestling Dynamite on TNT next Wednesday night. I will be out there in the Boston area at the Boston University Arena out there. I cannot wait to go out to that show.
Next Friday and Saturday you'll be busy too.
The next Friday and Saturday, it sounds like I'll be really busy too. And after that, I guess we're going to work out those here details here the next little bit too.
We'll be live on Dirt Track Digest.
Well, that's going to be great. But we're going to go off to number 4. I race a guy flag. Green flag comes up in the air as Todd is telling me what is exactly on my itinerary. I don't even know.
Well, I'm just saying the Short Track Super Series will be broadcasted on Dirt Track Digest like it has been. All the Deo shows are, Phil. So that'll be a live stream, so we'll be in the infield. So they should be able to catch some action from us, too. But as we are green flag racing the 010 of Casey Brunson now down to the bottom side, trying to get around the 09 of Joshua Ely. And 3rd is the number 18 of Kyle Surratt. So Surratt has changed it up a little bit. He was working the bottom. Now he goes to the top, and I don't think that was a good call for him. 4 wide for 4.
Oh, my goodness. They are 4 wide. Look at that move through the middle. I think it's a right stack cut of the I guess that would be the turkey, the sandwich. I guess Jim's kind of the roast beef. I'm not sure where the ham is. Who's going to be the cheap salami off the fourth turn as they go back to 2 wide, almost 3 wide? That is a lot of fun to watch. 4 wide out here, Todd, with less than 15 laps to go. If you've got a car worthy of getting up front, it is time to go because Josh Healy is not laid over all night. But look up front. Here comes David Blackburn alongside, battling for the race lead down in 3.
David Blackburn is doing a good job. It's not even David Blackburn. Where do you see David Blackburn? I don't see David Blackburn.
Casey Brunson, never mind.
Casey Brunson. You're confusing me now. See, I listened to you for once, and man, that was a mistake.
I got fixated on the 16. This is way back in the field. I was trying to click on through, and that was a wrong thing to do because you end up in the infield and you end up somewhere where you don't know. Well, happened to Phil right there. Happens to broadcasters every now and again, and I guess it's a passive-aggressive nature of doing things out here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network as we race it off on the lead side by side off turn number 4. It is Casey Brunson. Yes, that is Casey there. He's alongside Josh Healy to down low. They're going to drag race over to turn number 1. Who's going to come out of that thing with the lead?
Yeah, right now, Casey Brunson holding on, but the 09 of Ely gets way up the track over there. Drag race down to the start finish line. Give it to Ely that time by Austin Miners right there in that 3rd spot. Another guy that wanted to hit out, Phil. The number 61 of Josh Peacock up to 7th already. Remember, he was in that early rock, had to start shotgun on the field, and he's moving his way back up through the field pretty quickly.
He certainly is. Cars just motoring on back through. Where are we looking up there, too? Up inside the top 10 is number 61 now back into the 7th spot as they charge on through, but running down on time because next time by Todd, we're going to put 50 laps up to the board as we work our way through 3 and 4, and it's still Ely and Brunson continuing to race it out for the race lead. 1 car in the wall through 3 and 4. I believe that was Austin Myers, the 8 car, looking for grip up high. Looks like he may have catched the concrete up there.
Yeah, a little bit of damage to the number 8 machine on the right-hand side of it, the left-right. So he's really trying something there. The Casey Brunson looks to the bottom again. He did a high-low switch on the 09 of Josh Healy. Healy able to hold him off. I don't think that's going to last very long, though, as now Austin Miners kissing the wall again. Disaster may strike him if he keeps continuing kissing that wall. You know what happens, Phil.
There's a lot of kissing going on there. I think we're getting past. I think we're approaching the second date with the 8 car on that wall because it's been consistently laying on it there over in every corner, and I'm hoping it's a generous first or second date because Austin is just laying it to that outside wall as he continues to motor it on for 3rd, trying to find any kind of speed he can. It's race for the lead between Brunson and Josh Ely. Josh has led just about every lap out here tonight. And off of turn number 4, he really gets it launching down low to complete lap 51. Can Josh Ely hold on, Todd? He's got 8 more laps to do it.
Yeah, going to be 8 more laps. You got Bulletproof Motorsports, Josh Ely. You got the number 8 there. Kind of splitting up the Bulletproof Motorsports guys. That Team Elite number 8 of Austin Miners. Miners right now running in the 3rd spot now as he drops back behind Casey Brunson. These guys are changing a lot of positions a lot of different times. And that's what's great about Dwrl, Heartland, Harley-Davidson Wednesday night street fights. These guys put on a clinic. They're the best of the best 3-stack drivers here, I believe. So, man, more contact. Brunson and the number 8 hit the wall at the same time. Brunson, I think, hit it a little harder because he tried to wheelie it down the front straightaway.
PG show, right? PG show. I'm not going to go there with what the 8 and the 10 car were doing over there in turn number 1 and 2 this last time. But what it did, it's allowed Josh Healy to break away to about a 5-car length advantage. So Josh right now is going to be loving what he's seeing in that dust cloud of a mirror he has in that race car. Miners and Brunson there. You look back here, you find a pair of Dirt Warrior Racing guys with the 21 of Revis, Eric Eichstadt in the top 5. You got Kyle Surratt back there with Josh Peacock, David Brewer, Caleb Ramsey, and Alex Cummings has rebounded up into the top 10 after starting this race from the rear. He's been really quiet here tonight, but anybody who's not been quiet, it has been Josh Healy, that Bulletproof number 09. He has been stout here tonight, and this time by Todd. Next time we hit start finish line, we're going to get 5 laps remaining.
There's going to be 5 laps to go here rather quickly as we're already down here into turns of 1 and or out of 4, excuse me. Now we're going to have 5 to go. Here as you're going to see it, 5 laps remaining here for the 09 of Josh Healy. Austin Miners running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is still Casey Brunson. Jim Revis and Eric Eichstadt keep exchanging blows back and forth, but they also keep tapping the wall too. As you can see it here with the number 21 just barely tapping the wall over there 1 and 2 and leaving a little bit of ground for the number 12 of Eric Eichstadt. to gain as he slings it down into the bottom side to make it side-by-side battle for that 4th spot.
I was always taught you don't want to touch walls. Walls are up there. They're supposed to keep you away. Don't go up there. Don't go down there. Walls are supposed to keep you in where you're supposed to be. It's not a tire. It's not a fence. It's a wall. You got to go over it or through it, and it's usually not going to be a good idea. These guys all kissing off it all night long. I guess the best attempt to try to find speed. Can anybody do anything with that number 09? Look at Austin Miners, who's pulled it back down to 2 car lengths. Can that Team Elite number 8 pull off a last lap pass on this 09? We're running down on laps this time by 57 laps complete.
Yeah, 57 laps complete. The 09 of Josh Ely still holding on, but I tell you, Austin Miners all over the rear bumper of him here as we got 3 laps remaining. Like you said, it comes down in the corner. I don't know. Ely's led all 57 laps so far. It's going to be hard. I think this is where you're going to start seeing that slider line, Phil. These top 3 have pretty much distanced themselves from the rest. These guys are going to decide it as you see popsicle sticks in the air.
We're going to see popsicles, and we are seeing a good 3-car race up front. Casey Brunson just laid that car to the bottom of the racetrack and was pushing the left rear of Austin Miners all the way through the corner. We get a little shove this time going into turn number 1 and 2. Brunson to the low side of Miners. It could be time to throw sliders. You got to do something if you're going to pass Josh Ely right now. It is not going to be easy as we hit turn number 3. This time by white flag going to go up in the air.
Yeah, white flag in the air there for the driver of the 09 of Joshua Ely. Austin Miners still holding on to the second there. Here comes the 010. Brunson down to the bottom trying to complete the pass there. As they come down here, as we can see that 1 to go. So we're down the back straightaway here. I believe this is turn number 3. Joshua Ely almost can bring it home here from there.
Sure can, as we're down the back chute heading off into turn number 3. Josh Ely going to lead. Miners and Brunson will stay side by side. It's not going to matter because off turn number 4, checkered flag in the air. Wednesday night street fights goes to Josh Ely, the number 09. Casey Brunson going to grab second away from Austin Miners. 4th for Eric Eichstadt, who wrestles 4th away from Jim Revis. Kyle Surratt in for 6th. David Brewer 7th. Josh Peacock 8th. Caleb Ramsey 9th. Alex Cummings finishes the top 10. Alex Brewer finishes 11th. Kyle Moyer 12th. David Blackberg 13th. Steve Robbins 14th. Ryan Bronson, after a promising night here early, he'll finish up 15th, with Trey Jones and Mitchell Enos rounding out our 17-car field for Wednesday Night Street Fights on the USA International Speedway. Our post-race show brought to you by BladeNo.com is next over in Discord. Give us about 60 seconds, and we'll be right back here live on your source for esports racing. All right, back here live, and your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network, live from USA International Speedway, Lakeland, Florida. This week's round of Wednesday Night Street Fights goes to the Bulletproof Motorsports clan, number 09 of Josh Ely. Second place going to Casey Brunson. Our third place finisher, who will join us now, as soon as my buttons in the keyboard decide they want to work. There we go. That'll be the number 8 car of a Team Elite car of Austin Miners, finishing up third here tonight. Austin, terrific job here this evening. Racetrack was really wide, was really quick, and you were trying to make that thing extended through the corners, bumping off the walls as much as you did, man. Tell us about your run out there for 60 laps. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, this was a pretty fun race. I got turned at the beginning of the race, but you can't give up. You just gotta work your way back through the field. But the car was pretty good all around the racetrack. The top side was kind of there once in a while, but it just wasn't good. And I kind of used the wall a little bit, but that's all right.
I was always taught walls were bad in a race car. Stay off them. I'm not sure if it's something goofy we do in iRacing here, but I see more of you guys get that wall for. Does that really help you get a launch off the corners? Are those cushions right now? Are they like a ramp when you come off?
This track, yeah, kinda. You could use the wall, but it really killed most of your momentum. Like a couple times I went down the corner, I bounced off of it, and it killed some momentum, which I didn't like. But you just gotta fight through it and just keep your foot.
Well, you had a heck of a run there at the end. You and Casey throwing some haymakers at each other and trying to chase down the 09. But Austin, a third-place run here on Wednesday night is never something to walk away disappointed with here. As I give you the mic one more time here, Full Velocity Live, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Austin Miners. It's been a little while since we talked to you, buddy, so take the floor away and thank the good folks out there who support.
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my Team Elite drivers. They're a very great group of guys to hang around. They really make me work hard to win races now. They're all getting faster as we go. I also like to thank Jim and Eric for hosting all these events, and I like to thank you guys.
All right, well, this guy's a fast cat indeed, a really good guy, too, and has a good time out there every time that number 8 car is on the speedway. From Team Elite, Austin Miners finishing up third here this evening in Lakeland, Florida. So we'll run down here and see if we can't catch up with, well, old buddy. And at this point, I think I've talked to this guy so much in the last couple of weeks that I believe he may be getting a restraining order on me here soon. But that, of course, my buddy and pal, Casey Brunson. Case, terrific run there for you. Racetrack looked to be really racy this evening, but the high side, when it was there, it was there. And when the wall was there, I'm not sure if it was faster or not, bud. But tell us about your run up into the field.
Well, started pole this first heat race and kind of messed up on the first lap. Fell back there to Ealing, ran second, so that started me third in the feature. Well, I was kind of hanging there, then it finally went up top, and I couldn't get it to turn, so I was just killing the wall, losing spot after spot, so I kind of just rode. Then luckily, it went back down to the bottom, and I like the bottom, so I was able to get a couple more spots there.
You sure do. I always say when the top side starts to really get slick, that bottom's going to come in, and that is where you like to be. You make a lot of that time down there. But talk about those last closing laps. When you know it's going to be up between you guys, you three, for the race win coming up late, at what point do you start trying to play the offense on Josh up front and playing defense there against Austin? Because he gave him all you can handle. That's racing to the second spot. At that point, you got your hands full trying to catch Josh, but how cognitive are you before playing offense over playing defense in a situation like that?
Well, those last 10 laps, I knew I really didn't have anything for Josh, but I looked in my mirror and I saw Austin. He was coming really fast, so I was just getting ready to start playing defense, and he got around me somewhere in there somehow. I forgot how, but it was just after that trying to play offense on Austin. I was able to find someone in 1 and 2. There was a lot of grip down there. Then 3 and 4, I kind of was able to get on his bottom of the last lap there and pass him.
Well, Case, an awesome job as usual. We expected you to have a good run here tonight with the great pill draw, and you get up with a second-place finish here. Live on Full Velocity, per usual. Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV, the normal places we normally would be. And Casey, let me give you the microphone one more time. I think we can almost do this on recording by now, but you got a lot of great people behind you out there, buddy. Time to thank them all.
Yeah, it's the same thing over and over and over again. But like DWRL for putting these races on. Jesus, I actually forgot what I'm supposed to say here. Let me think. Damn, I really forgot. JP Design, Joshua Peacock, and y'all for broadcasting. I think that's what I say.
Pretty close. We'll take it right there. It's all right. It's Wednesday. It's a little bit hot. It is what it is. But, guys, this guy's one of the best ones right here. Good buddy of mine, Casey Brunson, finishing up in the second spot tonight here in Lakeland, Florida. We'll let him go down celebrate and debrief with the team, as I'm going to stay down here and hang out with these guys and maybe grab a beverage or whatever. But we'll throw this thing down toward BladeNo.com Victory Lane, and it's starting to become a pattern down there for these Bulletproof Motorsports guys. And this week, Todd Stanton, you greet one Josh Ely in Victory Lane after a very, very dominating performance this evening.
Yeah, definitely a dominating performance here for the driver of the 09, Josh Ely. Josh, I tell you what, like Phil said, these Bulletproof Motorsports guys are getting faster and faster. You're seeing more of you up in the top 5, and it seems like every time I've seen you guys over in Discord and you guys talking back and forth, it seems like you guys are always racing something here. But a lot of great racing going on. And Josh, I'm starting to see you more on the podium. Is that helping you?
Yeah, it's definitely a handful to even make it in the top 5 in some of these races. It's really tough.
But to hold off all the great guys that were behind you, including your teammates, I mean, USA, those guys are slinging it in pretty heavy, but you stayed consistent with your line there through the whole race and able to lead all 60 laps. But, man, you had to have some thoughts going through your head, man, who's going to pull that slider on me?
Yeah, I was thinking about it the whole time. I was worried. I got a little nervous going in, and I'd get a little pull on everybody, and then all of a sudden I'd make a little mistake, and they were right back on me. It was nerve-wracking.
And definitely close racing here tonight as the guys were coming right up on you. A lot of them being your teammates, and then some of them being Dirty Warrior Racing, and then you had Team Elite, Austin Miners right there. All the team concept, fantastic here. And everybody seems to be getting faster here at TWR. It seems like none of you guys slowing down. One group gets fast one week, the next week all the teams. It seems like you guys adjust quite a bit. Is that the case? Are you guys getting faster each and every week, competitively wise?
Yeah, I feel like we're getting a little bit faster every week. Practice makes perfect, I guess you can say. And I mean, I feel like we're getting faster as a team and as individuals also.
All right, Josh, congratulations on your win. But we're going to give you the microphone before you leave. Like to thank you this evening for your big W here at USA International Speedway.
I'd like to first start off by thanking Kyle Surratt for dialing the car in, and Bulletproof Motorsports for, just being a badass team. JP Designs for the awesome wrap, and the wife for letting me do this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the big win here tonight. Driver of the 09, the Bulletproof Motorsports 09, Joshua Ely, taking down the victory here tonight, Phil. Dominating fashion, leading all 60 laps. I mean, flag to flag. What more can you say for Josh Ely? I'm going to call it. That's going to be it from BladeNo.com Victory Lane. But I tell you, those guys are going to put on a fantastic party, Phil. So you better get down here.
I'm heading down that way as we speak, tell you. Bulletproof guys, a lot of fun to party with, as they all over here at DWRLR. They really are a great bunch to come out here and hang out with on Wednesday night. Great job by all of them tonight. And Ely leading all 60 laps. I'm glad you let that one out there, because I thought if I said that, I figured I would be 1 or 2 off. So great job by the 09 team. Great job to all of you tonight watching through Facebook Live and YouTube, Twitch TV. We thank you very much for that. Thank you to Heartland Harley-Davidson for coming aboard and sponsoring the league over here at DWRL. Got to thank our great sponsors once again. Hanover Wrecker Service, iRacing, iFlag, Voiles Trucking, CCM Custom Designs and Engraving, BladeNo.com, South Texas Speedway, Montstar Productions, CDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Eichstadt Wraps, and Full Throttle the Gent over on YouTube for Todd Stanton, Jack Truin, Ron Piles, Mark Karch, and the rest of the cast over here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Phil Lacasse going to sign up, and we'll see you back here live this coming Friday night. Blow by Racing League Coast to Coast Late Model Series. We'll be here live on your source for esports racing. Have a great night, everybody.